Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the KSUIF podcast. This is episode 12. I am your host, Matt Ackerman, and across from me, as always, is
Mike
Tekeski. We do not have a guest this week, and we don't have Shelby. It's just very bare bones. It's just the two of us.
We wanted a throwback episode of just how it's meant to be, you know?
Yeah.
How it all started. It started with an idea, and then it became just me and Matt in a room speaking to a microphone.
Yep, a mic speaking to a mic and a Matt speaking to a mic through a mic.
Exactly.
That's just how it is. But yeah, it's just a very bare bones episode today. We got a lot to talk about. Well, I mean, we got a couple things to talk about.
I just want to first say, though, that my beef with Jordan is now even higher, even more.
Oh, yeah, we promised that Jordan and Aaron would be on the podcast, but they cannot because they would rather get paid than be on the podcast, and that's understandable.
Well, yeah, there's some tour things happening.
Some big bad tours happening.
I'm shocked because it is thunderstorming outside. It's pouring. It's a monsoon outside.
It is wet. It is windy. It is raining.
There's a tornado.
I wouldn't be surprised if a tornado came through and just ripped through Kent State.
Look, it just said when I looked at the weather before jumping on a bus, because I was trying to map out, is it going to rain before I leave to go to the bus, or is it going to rain when I'm downtown getting a coffee? You know, I was trying to see it out if I needed the umbrella. Brought the umbrella anyways.
I brought the umbrella anyways. It was sideways most of the time, but like.
No, yeah, that's why I brought mine, and what sucks about mine is that it's huge. It's a golf umbrella, so it's massive. It's too big, and I was like, this thing's gonna break from the wind. So I was like, it's not raining that hard. I'm just gonna close it and carry it with me. So now I just have an umbrella with me.
It's gonna break away from your body and take yourself to higher places.
Probably.
Maybe.
But yeah, Aaron and Jordan were like, we got a tour thing. We gotta show people a campus.
Yeah.
And it's raining, so
and
I hope it's worth it.
A thing that
I hope they get all wet. Everyone on their tour.
I mean, they're already wet, but
I hope that's just how that is. They just get soaked and have a bad time.
Anyway, there is one thing I want to bring up about the podcast, and it's that there's ads playing in the beginning of our podcast now.
Is that just on Spotify?
I honestly, it might just be on like the iTunes and Spotify version because it's not an ad that plays before it. It's an ad that plays on it. So when I upload the audio file to what we use to Spreaker, the thing that we use to distribute the stuff, they just add that ad in the beginning. I don't know if
so that's not us then.
No, it's Spreaker. It's whatever they're doing. I don't
know
if
there's ads, we're sorry. It's not us.
Yeah, I just noticed that today because apparently it's been on since the IFF podcast, or maybe actually episode 10 because that was the last one I just played.
The IFF one. That's where they knew that they needed to put ads on us.
They started. I think
they listened to that one and were like, "This is going somewhere. We need to put ads on."
They started putting ads on things that are long, and I think because if it goes longer than an hour, I understand. Then that's how it is. But every single one of our podcasts has been an hour, like every single one of them.
They knew.
Episode 2 is exactly 1 hour.
Nice. See,
exactly 1 hour. It's so crisp. It's beautiful. But yeah, we have ads playing on that now. But let's get into the topics at hand, shall we? I don't know why I did that voice.
Disney Plus.
Disney drops all the details on its upcoming Netflix competitor, says Gizmodo or Katie Keck from Gizmodo.
I just want to say though that I know we've talked about Disney Plus a couple times on here because they took all their shows off Netflix and all the Marvel shows, I should say. Yeah. And honestly, kind of bums me out. But what they're doing, it's basically it's just Disney Channel, but it's like more original stuff that probably won't be on Disney Channel. Yeah. And it's like, and movies too, I think.
Yeah, they have all their Marvel stuff, Star Wars.
Yeah.
National Geographic too, which I didn't know they owned.
Really?
Yeah.
But they got that in the Fox deal.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did get that in the Fox deal. Disney owns all of entertainment. And
I'm surprised that they're still doing this, only because they own 60% of Hulu. And it's like, just throw your stuff there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so they want to fragment the entire streaming industry.
Yeah, and I mean they're like undercutting too, like the price. Like I think theirs might be the cheapest right now. At $6.99.
Netflix is pretty expensive too.
Netflix also just raised their prices like a month ago.
They constantly inflate their prices and it gets a little annoying. That's whatever. I don't really watch.
I mean, they only go up like $1. But but then again, I joined when it was like $8.
Yeah. I mean, but I joined when it was $8 too. But I also don't really watch Netflix that much.
Oh, I do.
I mean, when I watch Hulu because it's part of the Spotify, like the student
Oh,
deal.
yeah.
Like it's part of the Spotify and all that stuff. I don't watch Showtime yet. I have it anyway because of that deal.
Right.
But when I do watch stuff, it's mostly on Hulu. And I honestly kind of want to know how this Disney Plus thing is going to work. Because, like, sure, it's paid and it's $6.99. But are there going to be ads that play through it? What are you doing?
I'm just trying to move my mic. Sorry. I want to lean back.
That's fine. But, like, are there going to be ads that play in the middle of the episodes or something like that?
I hope not.
I feel like
they predict in the article that I read from Variety, they're predicting like millions of subscribers like within the first month, first like 3 months or something like that.
Yeah, but how scummy do they want to be? Do they want to go the route of Hulu? Like Hulu, the way they do it is not that scummy. Because there are sometimes when you watch it, ads just don't play.
Yeah.
But like,
I feel like that's also, like from when I noticed it, it was on shows that are old and like like that are just like they just took the seasons, they're all there, you can watch them whenever, and sometimes there's ads, but like I started rewatching How I Met Your Mother because I wanted to watch a few episodes, and there were no ads for like the first 5 episodes I watched, and I was like, okay, and then like I picked it up again, and there was like one or something. I
mean, I got ads pretty much every episode when I was catching up on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Well, yeah, because that's a new show.
It is a new show,
it's still
but
streaming.
also I didn't get any ads when I watched King of the Hill.
I mean, yeah, that show's still going. Yeah.
King of the Hill?
No, it's over now.
Yeah, it's been over since like 2009.
I don't know. I don't watch.
But then again, that's a Fox show.
Exactly.
So there's probably something going on behind the strings because like I would get ads if I watched something that's NBC or ABC based off Scrubs, but that's also a Disney based thing too.
Yeah.
Disney owns ABC and Fox.
Yep.
They own 2 channels, maybe actually 3 National Geographic.
How many until it becomes a monopoly?
If they buy off CNN, then it's a monopoly. Or if they buy off Nickelodeon, which is Viacom. If they buy off all of their Viacom stuff, it is definitely a monopoly. And Cartoon Network, like whoever owns Cartoon Network, is screwed.
Oh yeah.
Who owns Cartoon Network?
Probably Warner Brothers.
Cartoon. It might be.
I would guess. I'm only guessing because that's where DC used to put all their stuff.
Yeah, and also well, I don't know, because they do have. Let's see. Oh, Turner Broadcasting System, TBS.
Okay.
So TBS and Cartoon.
That would make sense because I think am I crazy? Or was like Teen Titans or something, Teen Titans Go or whatever on TBS once.
They probably syndicated.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because TBS owns.
So it was something where I was like, huh, that's weird that this cartoon show is on TBS or whatever.
I mean, they have their stuff.
Right. But yeah, they talked very briefly about, they announced this show called something Star, or with I have to look it up again.
Yeah, there was a picture of like the stuff that they had.
They said that they're gonna have live action remake of Lady and the Tramp, but they showed nothing of it because there were rights issues.
I was thinking of what the next live action thing was going to be.
Lady and the Tramp.
Because I know they're doing Lion King, and they released a trailer for that like yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, they released a new trailer for that yesterday.
We'll talk about that too soon, but not to get too far into it, I'm very upset that you don't hear Simba say anything. Because to me, it's still Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
And I want to hear.
Yeah, he did play older Simba.
He did.
You don't even hear like younger Simba too.
Nope. You hear it's only Mufasa and Scar.
Who's playing older Simba?
It's Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
Yep. That's why I'm like, I want to hear some lines from him just so I can like.
They didn't even capitalize that much on like older Simba in the trailer.
Nope.
They only capitalized on Mufasa and Scar. That's it.
Yeah.
Or just mostly Mufasa, which I'm still glad is James Earl Jones.
Yeah, but that's why I wanted to hear Simba, just to get rid of that disconnect from the animated version and this one.
Yeah. Oh, well, I just know that during the Mufasa death scene, spoiler alert.
Yeah, who's ready to watch him die in 3D?
Yeah, I can't wait to watch him die in, like, real life scenario here. Like, a whole ass trampede. Trampede? Is that a word?
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to say stampede. I was trying to say stampede, but you had me think of Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, yeah.
Lady and the Trampede.
Oh, yeah, that's their they're remaking that, and I guess they're also gonna have like they showed off like a still of like what it would look like the user interface.
Yeah.
And it showed like Toy Story 4,
Yep.
Captain Marvel, Dumbo, Avengers Endgame, Frozen 2, the live action Aladdin, and Lion King. And it's just like, so they were literally, it's just their Netflix now.
Yeah, it's just their Netflix for, I think just their, no, not just for their movies, but for their shows, right?
It's for their shows and movies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because
and original stuff.
Yeah,
they're gonna have original stuff on there
like
too.
the Mandalorian.
Yep.
Which looks pretty interesting.
I still want to see it.
I hope it's good.
It really makes me mad that that it's not going to be anywhere else. I'm just going to have to pirate it, I guess.
People are turning to piracy ever since piracy is more prominent.
It's
now.
just because there's so many, like everything is starting to divide to where it's like people are going to want it to come back together again.
And it's so easy, like not to like say that I do it.
Not to advocate for
not to advocate for piracy, but it's so easy to do it, especially when things are streaming. Because all you got to do is like just record your screen and just send it off. Like, oh, there you go. You don't have to do anything. You can find it off some other random site.
It'll ruin the quality, but
yeah, the quality's ruined. But like, who gives a shit? If you just want to watch what it looks like, you're not gonna watch it for the rest of your life on that.
Exactly.
Like for me, I have different like means of entertainment. Like I watch stuff on YouTube. I watch Twitch TV. I have my subscriptions on that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also.
But also YouTube's free.
YouTube is free.
And so is Twitch if you don't want to if you don't
subscribe. Yeah. I subscribe to somebody just because I appreciate the work that they do, and I'd rather have them continue their work. Like I subscribe to Jerma on Twitter. He's a good guy, or not Twitter, Twitch, because he's a funny streamer. But I don't want to give my money to people that I'm not like interested in.
Right. Yeah.
Like it's a way of like, hey, I like your content. I will subscribe to watch your content more. So like if I don't like much of Disney's content, like if I'm not a fan of of all Marvel stuff or National Geographic, I'm not gonna pay for all this stuff, and I'm only gonna watch one episode.
That was the thing too that I thought about with this was how much of it was gonna be aimed towards kids. And right now it doesn't seem like they're selling too much of it. But there is something that's like sort of kids, I guess. It's Jon Favreau, and Disney is the executive producer. Oh wait, no, never mind. Hold on. But he is, I think he's working to make a High School Musical, the series.
Oh yeah, I remember
10 episodes.
About that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. I feel like it's gonna become like, you remember when Nickelodeon decided to do a School of Rock show?
I don't.
Well, Nickelodeon decided to make I don't know who did the show, but it gives me like Dan Schneider vibes.
Probably.
But
it was probably him. He was the king of Nickelodeon.
He was the king, but I don't know if he's continuously doing. I mean, he's still doing stuff. I want to see who actually did do that show though. So the School of Rock, American comedy series, not a liked show amongst people who actually did it. Dewey Finn, who developed it? Armogita. So nobody from the Schneider company has done any of this, which is good, very good. But yeah, they did that, and I'm pretty sure that's what High School Musical the series is gonna look like. Have you ever looked at any like Disney Channel original series?
Yeah, they're all bad.
They're all terrible. Like with the exception of I think what was that one show?
Phil the Future.
Now the theme song's stuck in my head. I think there's a difference between like Phil the Future type of shows and Disney sitcoms.
Right.
And I feel like that's what the High School Musical show is going to be, like a Disney sitcom.
So like Wizards of Waverly Place.
Wizards of Waverly Place, or like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, or That's So Raven, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's gonna be something like that. You don't need people doing that, but if it was like a single camera thing, like a Phil of the Future sort of thing, I'd be fine with it.
Or even Steven.
Or even I don't know.
That was pretty much the same as that was in the realm of the Phil of the Future. Like it was shot that way.
I also can't really say I don't want to see it because it's not my audience base anymore.
Right. Yeah.
So like the people like I'm in between those people who are like, you're no longer part of the audience base that they're like going for. Stop trying to cling onto it. And I'm also like, you need to stop remaking this stuff. It's been too soon. But it hasn't been too soon. High School Musical came out like 10 or 12 years ago. The first one. Like, it's been so long. I remember watching High School Musical in elementary school. Like, it was crazy. Like, that's how old that is.
Wow. You saying that just makes me feel much older now, just because I watched it in, like, middle school or high school, like, freshman year high school.
I mean, it was like 3rd or 4th grade high school or middle school or elementary school. But, yeah, it's been so long, and it doesn't make you feel old. But, like, if High School Musical wants to become its own thing, like, on whatever, I guess I can't complain. Also, I didn't really like my High School Musical back then.
Yeah, but it was just, like, I'm just thinking of it, like, if I were to get Disney Plus, I would really be getting it for the Marvel and Star Wars stuff, and maybe some other, like, maybe, like, the movies that they released, like Dumbo or something, or Aladdin. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, like, that's all I would be looking at. And really, it's like, if you were to think about it, there's probably a third of content that I just probably won't look at. Yep. Or just there's a third that I will be, because that's, like, my variety, or, like, what they're like making content for me personally would just be, like, this small little bit. Like, to me it wouldn't be worth probably that $6.99 a month. Yeah. But then again, there's also, I think, from what I saw in the article, it's supposed to, they also offer a year thing, and the year pricing is like I think it's $69. Let me find it. Oh yeah, $69.99 per year. Which, this is from the Variety article, and it works out to be $5.83 a month.
$5.83 a month. Yeah.
If you get the $69.99 per, that's just a per year thing. So if you buy it and pay every year,
yeah, you'd be saving some money too.
Yeah, you would.
A good $20, right? Because if it's 60, wait, it's either $69 or $70.
$69.99.
Okay, so yeah, you're literally. You're pretty much saving, because that's like $83 if it was $6.99.
Yeah.
Like $83 you're spending a year on Disney.
Yeah. So there's that, but I'm just trying to figure out like, how worth it would it be though. Like, it's cheap. It's lower. It's probably the lowest priced streaming service aside from pirating, but it's just like, I don't know if it would be worth it now, I guess.
Yeah. I honestly don't think it'd be that worth. Like, cause the two things that I think I'm interested in looking at, cause I'm not that huge of a Star Wars guy, but like I'm also not that big on Pixar.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, cause Pixar has some good movies, but I just don't like a good portion of some of them. Like, I wasn't a big fan of Monsters University.
Yeah, that one was.
And The Good Dinosaur, not a lot of people like that one.
I didn't see it.
That was an off one. I like Ratatouille. And I hate to say it, I'm not that much of a fan of Toy Story 3. It's definitely
that one was good. I liked it, but I don't like it as much as the first two.
It definitely, like, meant to get emotion out of you. It's like, wow, I'm so old. But,
it
like, Toy Story 4 is coming out, and, like, that kind of defeats the purpose of, like, oh no, the Toy Story, they're off doing their own thing.
It defeats the purpose of, like, being, like, growing up with those movies and then realizing, like, oh, time to grow up.
Yeah, it's time to grow up.
Yeah, like, that's the message that I got from it, because I was like I used to play with toys as a kid, and then it's like high school, college now, and I'm like, yeah, I don't do that anymore. And it's like, it just reminded me of the fact that, like, oh yeah, I grew up now.
I mean, that's what Toy Story 4 isn't doing. It's just like, oh well, I'm off on my own. Oh, I guess that kind of does it. Because, like, Toy Story 3 was, like, moving on.
No, because they just passed it to another kid now.
Right, but how much are they going to focus on the kid? Because, like, the way that it seems like we're only going to deal with the kid for a little while, and then they're going to be off doing their own thing, which is kind of what I'm getting the message of. Like, just do your own thing, be your own person, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, there's always, like, a heartfelt message in the core center of every Disney Pixar film.
Yep.
And you have to say Disney Pixar, because it's not just Pixar.
Right.
Like, Pixar wasn't even Disney.
It's not.
It was just Pixar, and then Disney bought them out.
Oh yeah. I guess
when did Disney buy Pixar? When did Disney?
I hope we get audio of you typing on your laptop.
Pixar. I can bring it closer. Here, let me bring it closer and hit the enter key.
No, that's all right.
There we go. 2006. So they bought Pixar in 2006. So that was like
Smart move.
After Toy Story 2, I think.
Maybe that might be
Toy Story 2. I remember. Hold on, Toy Story.
That was probably like 2003.
2000 and 1999.
1999, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy crap. Okay, yeah, it was definitely before Toy Story 3, or it was much after that.
Yeah.
1999. It only came out like 3-4 years after the first one. Dang.
They must have been excited to make that sequel.
Dang, Pixar, dang. Then Toy Story 3 came out like 11 years after. Like, holy crap, dude. But then again, that's also the same thing that Toy Story.
Do you think there's going to be is Pixar stuff on there? On Disney Plus?
Yeah, I mean they have a picture of like what the interface is going to look like. They say Pixar. Coco's going to be on there.
Okay.
So I think
then again, like.
But also, like they can sell like, oh yeah, these things are coming to the streaming service, but when?
True.
Because they can always be like, yeah, we're gonna have this on there. It might be until.
Can you imagine, like, those live action stuff, like those movies that are coming out, like Frozen 2, Aladdin, Dumbo, or Dumbo's already out, but Lion King, like, I mean, it's supposed to come out in November is when this service begins, and that's probably like right around when Frozen 2 is gonna come out.
Yeah.
So, like, imagine what I'm trying to get to is, like, what if when it launches and Frozen 2 is about to come out to theaters, it comes out at the same time on the streaming service?
I mean, that would work.
Like, do you think they would do that? Like, or do you think they would just tease coming soon?
They would definitely. I think they would be teasing coming soon.
Okay.
Because I feel like that would hinder on their box office a little.
Probably.
Bit. Like, definitely. Because you get a lot of money from movies. Like,
yeah. I think in the Variety article it talks about how they made like $7 billion
and it makes it
year.
so much easier to just pirate that too. Going back to piracy.
Yep.
Like, it makes it so much easier to pirate if you just go and stream your movie immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely going to be like those recordings in the theater where people.
Do you think it'll be like the same where it's like digital release or whatever, or like DVD release? Like, it's going to be that long until it's on Disney Plus? Because at that point,
I feel like it's going to be because let's see, how long does it take for it to get on DVD as soon as it's out of theaters?
Depends on how good it's doing.
It does depend on how good it's doing. Because the way that
I usually think it's like 4 months.
4 months? I mean, that's usually how it works for like TV shows.
Maybe? It's like 4 to 5 months.
4 to 5 months. 4 to 6, I think.
Before it's like digital release, DVD release.
Yeah. I think they should do it. I think they could do it like the way CW does it with their shows, because like as soon as the show is done, like they release their final episode of the season. Yeah. The week after they put it up on Netflix. So that's
really?
They do. Like they did that. They did that with Flash and Arrow and all their other.
I always thought it was like, there was like a big break. Like they usually film like in the fall, right?
They start filming in the fall.
Because I always noticed that like, once they're done, when they're filming the next season, that's when they put the last season on. I think because that's usually when I notice like, oh, like Arrow's got a new season or Flash has a new season on Netflix. Yeah, is like, oh, they're also filming. This was
a deal that happened like 2 years ago where they decided to just put the shows a week on after they've been off air.
Okay,
which I think is kind of, it defeats the purpose on buying the DVD or like the Blu-ray, whatever.
That's what I was
if you love the show and you like the special features, go ahead and buy them. But you can just go on Netflix and watch them.
Because I was about to go into like, what if, because I own some Star Wars and Marvel movies digitally, and it's like, well, why would I buy the service if I just already have them? And it's like, that's the whole thing that I feel like might hurt them, is like, we're gonna put some stuff on our service and it's probably stuff that people have. Yeah. Like, if they're like, oh, we're gonna put, Endgame on, well, I know I'm gonna just buy the movie anyways. Like after like seeing it, I'm gonna be like, well, now I gotta get it. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna buy the digital copy or whatever.
Because they put Infinity War on Netflix like what? How long after?
Like months.
Yeah, like a good month or so after that. because they have Ant-Man and the Wasp and they have Infinity War, but they just do it like all in like one day though. They don't do it like, oh, we're gonna release Ant-Man and the Wasp around this time and then Infinity War. No, it's like Infinity War and the Wasp, and they just don't get anything else. Because did they get rid of Thor Ragnarok off of Netflix? Because I think it was on Netflix.
I don't know. I hope not.
I mean, I can open up Netflix right now and go and check.
That's honestly probably one of my favorite Marvel movies is Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, I love that one. It's so good.
Oh, okay. So here's what they got on Netflix. Still, they have Thor Ragnarok, Infinity War, Volume 2, Guardians of the Galaxy, Black Panther, and Ant-Man and the Wasp. So I think it's because when did Thor Ragnarok come out? 2017.
I think so.
So I think they.
But never Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Never Spider-Man.
Because
Homecoming.
Sony.
Yep, because Sony.
Dumb
Which
Sony.
That's up to them. That's them, I guess.
True.
But there's a lot of stuff on. There's a lot of stuff on Netflix that's also Marvel and Disney, and I'm ready to see all that go. Cause like the first thing that I type in when I do Thor or THO, like Thor Ragnarok comes up, and then we have Cars, and we have like Star Wars: The Last Jedi, which is on there too. Star Wars is on there, and Solo.
Solo's so good. I'm gonna rewatch it again.
Yeah, I'll give Solo another look, and then they have Hellboy, which Hellboy, the new one, is not doing well.
It's not. And I don't think they really care.
Nope. Because who's in that film? Like Daniel Day Kim or whatever? He's like standing tall at the Hellboy premiere. Like, yeah, we know, and the movie also probably sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I saw an article heading that was like, it's great for, it's like a gory, action-packed mess, perfect for teenagers.
Perfect for teenagers.
Yeah, it was something like that. And I was like, yeah, I mean, that's probably when I watched the first Hellboy, and it was like when I was like a teenager or something. Whenever it came out, I was like, yeah, this is cool.
It was cool. It also wasn't my kind of thing.
I haven't seen it since though. So.
Yeah, it's been a long while.
But it doesn't surprise me because I think but like at the same time, I feel like people wanted to hate this movie. Mm-hmm. So like.
Cause what you're going? Who did it? Del Toro.
Yeah.
He did the original trilogy.
Was it a trilogy? I thought there were only two.
I think it was a trilogy, or was it just a saga? Let me see.
I thought there was only two.
Boy. Let me see. Hellboy 3. Oh no, this is technically the
third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because there's only two. There was gonna be a third, but then something happened. Where they like.
He had like something.
Yeah, there was some problem where they didn't make a third one, but they're supposed to be.
Because Hellboy 2 came out in 2008.
Damn.
Yeah.
2008. I was.
These movies these are just aging, like holy crap. But yeah, there's a lot of. But going back to the Netflix thing. Jeez.
I mean, Netflix is making original content like a lot. Like literally yesterday when I jumped on to Netflix, they were like, here's a new season of this show that we just made called like Black Summer. I was like, what?
Yeah, and then there's what is it? Brie
Highwaymen. Oh yeah, the unicorn. Store or whatever.
Yeah, the unicorn store.
Yeah. Which
I haven't seen.
Which she directed that, by the way.
She did direct.
She directed it and stars alongside Samuel Jackson.
It's a weird prequel to
So hey, that's my joke.
I mean, you made the joke. I'm using the joke.
I sent that joke to everybody. I was like, hey, look at this weird prequel to Captain Marvel, or it's a sequel. Who knows?
It looks like the thing that I can say about it. Like it looks cutesy.
Yeah, I may watch it. I just might. Just like The Dirt, which I didn't.
Yeah.
I was like unsure of going into it because I was like, it's a band.
The only thing that it was my sister who tried to get me to watch The Dirt. The only thing she said about it was, "Oh, Machine Gun Kelly's in it." To her, because she's a huge Machine Gun Kelly fan. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing that sold her on it.
Well, I didn't know who it was specifically like about. I just thought it was like an original like band movie that they made.
The movie itself, like when you watch it, it acts like it's a Nikki Sixx story. and then it goes into Motley Crue.
Yeah,
but
I was gonna say we should preference that it is about Motley Crue.
It is about Motley Crue, but like it definitely goes around Nikki Sixx a whole lot with his family, because it starts off with him as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here's.
But
my
then
backstory.
it goes into.
It goes into Tommy Lee. It goes into. It doesn't go into Mix as much.
Yeah, it doesn't. It goes into Vince.
It does go into Vince. Oh, it goes into Vince.
It goes into Vince right towards the end too.
Yeah.
Like right midway.
He makes the movie. Oh, that was so sad. Just The Dirt's a good film. It is, but it's weird how it's structured. Mm-hmm. Because when you start it off, it's like, okay, you have
you have their backstories.
Yeah, you have their backstories, and you have them giving like
exposition
about like what they're doing and like all this stuff. But then at times they'll like their characters will actually turn to the camera. Because like during the scene with Doc, you know, where he's punching the guy in the.
He's their producer or manager.
Yeah, like Mars just turns to the camera like, this didn't actually happen. He never came to this shithole, and that's a quote.
Oh,
but like, it's weird, and also it's like, well, if it didn't happen, then why is it in here? But oh yeah, whatever. It's a movie. They're very self-aware that it's a movie too.
Oh yeah.
Like you're very aware that it's a biopic, and it's interesting.
It struck me as weird once I watched it, and afterwards I was like, what is with these biopics coming out now?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Bohemian Rhapsody I felt like was the start of it.
These are like
and then Rocket Man I've heard about now, and then I watched The Dirt with Motley Crue.
But like The Dirt compared to
Bohemian
Bohemian
book
Rhapsody,
actually.
Yeah, The Dirt was a book.
It was a book that came out before.
And also it's like a new song too that they made.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And they played it in the credits. But like The Dirt and Bohemian Rhapsody, they're two totally different types of films.
Yeah. I still haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody. I definitely need to though.
You do need to see Bohemian Rhapsody because like the way Bohemian Rhapsody does this compared to Motley Crue, like The Dirt, is that they bring in people that kind of like they make them look like the characters. Specifically for Machine Gun Kelly, they tried.
Oh, I saw the first I didn't recognize him because I was like, why does he look so familiar? Mm-hmm. And then after I watched it, it was in the credits that it was Machine Gun Kelly, and I was like, that's why he looks so familiar. And then I looked on his Instagram page to see like the like production pictures and stuff that he posted, and in one of them it was a time lapse of him going through makeup and hair, and it was like, I think he put in the caption that it was 4 hours of covering his tattoos, and then it was like double that when they had to cover his tattoos and redo Tommy Lee's tattoos over that.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I was like, that's why it doesn't look like him.
And
because
also,
they did
like,
so good.
Like, not just
shout
that
out to makeup and hair.
Not just that he looks good. The character, like the Tommy Lee character, is probably my favorite character of the film.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's the...
He goes through the biggest arc change.
Yeah, he's also the most... I mean, like, when he starts off, he's a pretty redeemable character.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's that moment on the bus that also I kind of feel for him at the same time. Like, I was like, wait, why? This is a bad thing. Why am I rooting for him?
Why am I crying?
Yeah, why am I crying? What is happening here? Oh, no, I was saying that when it came to Vince.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I was like, why am I crying? Of course, I know what I'm crying for. Oh, God, that was such a sad scene.
Yeah.
That was really such a sad moment.
That's like was it in the 90s or 80s?
It was like 92, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would make sense then.
It happened in the 90s. Also, like, the thing that I said, like, I was thinking about when I watched it again was they literally had their own style. When they started off in, like, the 80s or the 70s or whatever the hell it was, their characters were the only ones with long hair and bangs.
Yeah.
Like, no one else had long hair and bangs. It was just them. And it's like, oh, but that's Motley Crue.
Yep. They had their own look, and it was great.
It was great. And then they all kind of change.
See, that was the thing that I liked about what got me hooked into watching it and to keep watching it was the fact that, like, when it started, it was, like, basically a rock star party.
Yeah.
And it was, like, really fun to watch, and it was super entertaining. And then it goes into the more serious side, like, halfway through.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, okay. Now it felt like more of a biopic.
It also felt like a commentary on, like, bands and drug use and all that stuff. Like, oh, here's what heroin can do.
It gave so many of their songs though a whole nother meaning.
Yeah, like Kickstart My Heart.
Yep.
The scene in the ambulance.
Yep.
It felt like that didn't actually happen.
No, I think it did.
I want to say it didn't actually happen. I think just the way that the script
for some reason I feel like I remember watching some like I think it was VHL, that channel or something like that, where they always like show like do documentaries on like musicians and stuff and bands, and I think that was one of them. Was Nikki Sixx going to, like getting taken away in an ambulance and then like being pronounced dead, but then like not being dead.
Yeah, like that definitely. I think that kind of happened though.
Yeah.
I mean, they were definitely quick on the call. They're like, oh, well, he's dead. He's
totally
dead. Oh, no, he's back from the dead. Well, that's fucking whatever.
I think I remember hearing something about that, though.
Yeah. But and also, like, it made me research Tommy Lee. Just like, oh, wait, Heather? And I was like, oh, yeah, Heather Locklear. Mm-hmm. He had Heather Locklear. Then he went with Pamela Anderson. And now he's with this, like, 32, like, the Vine star, Brittany Furlan or whatever.
Really?
Yeah. Like, they're a thing. They're married.
Okay.
Which is, it's a weird revelation when you think about it. Weird. But, like, he's, like, 50-something.
Hey.
And she's 32. Like, that's not crazy.
Rock on.
Yeah, rock on, Tommy Lee. You do you. And also, I didn't know how old Mick Mars actually really was.
Yeah.
He's only, like, 10 years older. He's, like, 60-something right now. Mm-hmm. So, like, I think during that moment, he was, like, 30 or something, which is fine.
Yeah, but they call him an old man.
Yeah, I mean, you call anybody who's, like, 10 years older than you an old man. I mean, if they're in their 30s right now, they're an old man.
That's true.
Even when they're 30, they're like, oh, man, I'm old. Because 30 is the new 40.
Yeah. Oh, shit. What was I going to say? I was going to say something about, like, the overall tones shift. Because you get to see, like, it, like, goes into everyone's perspective at times. And you get to, like, but it doesn't, like, what we said before, that it doesn't go into Mick at all. Like, he gives some exposition.
But it's like there's nothing about him.
Yeah, it doesn't go into, like, his backstory or anything or where he came from.
All we know is that he's an old man. He's been in some shitty bands. And that's it.
But it works because they said that they literally found him from a newspaper ad.
Yeah.
And then he was part of the band. So it makes sense on why there's not a lot from him. And he probably didn't want a lot about him out there.
I mean, I understand that too. But also, it's a book. So I haven't read the book. I don't know what's in the book.
The book probably goes into a lot more detail.
Probably, maybe.
About, like, them fighting and stuff, and, like, who was it? All of them that wrote it, or
they all had an affiliation with writing it.
Okay.
But there was, like, overall just one writer.
Was it any of them, or just, like, was it someone that they sourced it out to?
I think it was someone that they sourced it out to, because they had the credit at the end of the film, and there was a fifth guy other than the guy in the like, other than anybody in the band.
Okay.
But I think it was mostly Nikki Sixx who gave a lot of, like, story.
Yeah, because I mean, it was pretty much him who started the band.
Yeah, and it starts with him, and
he wrote a lot of the songs too.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense. that was another thing that I thought was kind of strange about the movie, because from what I know now, if you're the singer, like the lead singer of a band or something, they are the ones who generally write their own songs, unless, you know, someone else writes them a song, sells it to them to record or whatever.
Yeah.
But in this, it was like Nicky was the bassist, right?
Yeah.
He was the bassist and wrote the songs and gave them to Vince to sing.
Yeah. Like,
and I'm pretty sure Vince probably, like, they all probably contributed to writing the songs as well.
Yeah. But yeah, like, there was definitely a huge tonal shift when it came to the movie, because it started off just like, you know, we're a band, we're starting off. Then it goes crazy. We're doing drugs. There's obvious
car accident.
There's a car accident. There's fallouts. There's domestic abuse and all that stuff.
Yep.
And then
drugs.
Yeah, and then like we kind of grow up into, like, more serious shit.
Yep.
And with Vince and, like, his daughter with cancer.
And that's what I was thinking of. When we talked about Kickstart the Heart, like, that song taking a whole new meaning.
Yeah.
Home Sweet Home does too.
Yeah, it does. Because
it plays, or it just got in my head that it would be playing when they're on tour, I think in Europe. Mm-hmm. And it's like intercut with, like, them being sober, like at places and stuff, and just the list of places that they toured at, and it's just like it goes slow, and then like over like the course of like the sequence, it just gets faster as it cuts back to it. And it's just like, and Vince trying to call like his family and like want to talk to his daughter, and his wife is like kind of pushing him off the phone. Yeah. And doesn't want to like really talk to him at all. Yeah. And it's just like, man, like it's taking like that takes a toll.
It does take a whole new toll. And
like
just the whole scene with Vince in the hospital.
Yeah.
That was so sad. I was like, oh, why am I crying? What the hell? They were just having like someone was just giving him a blowjob like 10 minutes ago. What is happening here?
Yep. There's a lot of sex too.
There is a lot. There is so much sex. There's a lot of female nudity. There's a lot of male nudity too, mostly on Vince's side.
True. I mean, he does say, like at the beginning, like he joined a cover band just to have sex. Which is funny that's how they found him, was he was part of a cover band.
It's a good film.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, I don't want to watch it like over and over again.
Yeah, it's definitely, in that category of I gotta let some time pass between.
Yeah. But then, like, when you compare it to Bohemian Rhapsody is mostly a Freddie Mercury story. Yeah. Because, like, he's definitely the main character, and then everyone else from Queen is there. Yeah. But with The Dirt, it's everybody. They all have their own, well, mostly everybody, not Mick. But they all have their storylines. They all have specific arcs that they go through. Yeah, they all go through, like, a change. Like, I think, like I said before, I think Tommy goes through the biggest, because you see him as, like, a kid who just, he's just a kid who carries around his drumsticks with him, and then he meets Nikki, and then they start a band, and like he goes through like the biggest arc towards the end where he's like he's like, I feel like he's the most down to earth one of them. I think because he also had a normal family life too. Yeah, he did. Like he had a good relationship with his mom, his dad, his sister. Yep. Like it was pretty healthy, and they were pretty supportive of him too. Yeah. Which I'm surprised with that. Mm-hmm. Because, like, during that time of year, it's like, really? You actually had parents that were proud of you for doing that kind of stuff? Like, they're shouting at the devil. No, they're not shouting with the devil. But that also reminds me, like, they had a lot of familiar faces to quote, like, quote-unquote familiar faces. Like, they had David Lee Roth and Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah. Which I wasn't expecting. I was like, who the hell is this guy? They're like, oh, no, it's Ozzy Osbourne.
Was that actually him?
No, I didn't think so. I was like,
it kind of looked like how he did though. Like
back then. Yeah. But like, also I didn't know he had blonde hair, so like that kind of threw me off. But yeah, they did bring a lot of people.
But yeah, I definitely liked it, and I don't know if I'd recommend it though. I probably would recommend it just to like.
It's a very raunchy film.
It's very R.
It's definitely R. Like in the first 4 minutes, in the first 3 minutes, you're going to see something. Yep. That just kind of
watch it with caution.
Watch it with caution. Like the first 3 minutes, you're going to see something that sets the tone for the entire movie. So that's not the worst you'll see.
Not. I wouldn't say the entire movie.
It's also gory.
Yeah.
Because like when it gets into the drug use and the car accident, that was kind of gory. That also fucked me up. Yeah. Like, that car scene really messed with my head. I was like, oh, shit. Also, he was a real guy, right? Yeah. Razzle? Who was Razzle?
Some British guy.
Okay, yeah. He was a drummer of Finnish glam rock band Hanoi Rocks until he died in 1982, California.
Yep, that's where it happened. It's a car crash. But yeah, I guess I'd recommend watching if you're interested. Motley Crue, definitely. Like, I heard about them just because of my dad listening to classic rock station.
I think that's how anybody in this generation has picked up on this music, was because of their dad. Yeah. Or their mother. I'm not judging.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, because my mother has listened to Motley Crue, and she specifically states the same thing that. My mother had told me the same thing that Nikki Sixx's half-brother told him in the graveyard. Yeah. To me. And that's...
Wait, what was it? That...
Like, Home Sweet Home? Mm-hmm. That he lost his virginity to Home Sweet Home? Yeah. That's what my mother tells me. And that's not something I really wanted to hear, Mom. But hey,
well,
great.
Good thing you just announced it too on the podcast.
They don't know my mom.
That's true.
But also, like, whatever. Everyone has sex. Sex it's not a bad thing.
That's true.
But like that's a thing that I've heard. I don't know if it was like she lost her virginity or she had sex to it, but I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
Mom's so open to just talking about that.
Well, she'll just say some stuff that like I don't really want to hear anyway, but she'll just say it anyway. Like she has no filter. At the time she does, but like not all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, watch The Dirt with a grain of salt, I would say.
Yeah.
And with caution glasses, I would say.
Oh yeah. What is there any band that you want to see a biopic from?
I was thinking about this in the shower today. I would love to see Aerosmith.
Oh, yes.
I would love to see an Aerosmith biopic,
good.
But like there's a specific like theme with this.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's usually if like the band has done something like specific recently.
I don't know.
Because Queen, I don't know. Queen, they're still on tour, but they're with Adam Lambert. But also Queen's been a big fucking band. They're huge.
Yeah.
And like Motley Crue, they were huge, but like they kind of went in and out of retirement like always.
Yeah.
But Aerosmith, they're still touring. Like they're still going and they're still touring. And I would love to see someone just like do an Aerosmith biopic, but I don't know if it's their call.
Mm-hmm.
If it is their call. I mean, it is their call because they have to get the information from them. But I would love to see that.
I would kind of want to see either AC/DC or Van Halen.
Okay, so there's a theme with these biopics.
It's definitely when they stopped touring and then they retired.
Right, but like the title of the film is always a song.
Yeah.
So they have The Dirt, we have Bohemian Rhapsody, there's Rocket Man.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think Van Halen's would be?
Ooh, I have to look at their discography. I was gonna say Eruption.
Eruption?
Just because it was that super hard guitar solo that Eddie Van Halen wrote, and he's quoted as saying that he still plays it wrong or something, or he played it wrong the first time.
It also has to be the theme of the film and also the theme of the band. Because like The Dirt, like you think about it, the band's been through some shit. And then Bohemian Rhapsody, like if you know the song, the story kind of works with, Freddie Mercury and the band itself. So like when I think of Aerosmith, like cause you remember they had a game, they had a Guitar Hero Aerosmith thing.
Yeah, I actually had that one.
Yeah, I love that. I don't know where it went, and I can't play it anymore because I don't have the guitar. But they had a specific backstory for them, and like where they started and like back, like God, I don't know. It's always something up. But like
I think the Van Halen one should be called Hot for Teacher.
Hot for Teacher?
Or maybe not even that. Let me look at their older stuff. Running with the Devil.
Running with the Devil.
That'd be cool. Ice Cream Man. No, not Ice Cream Man. That's like barely a song.
I think for Aerosmith it would be Walk
Dance
This Way.
the Night Away. Oh yeah,
Walk This Way or Living on the Edge.
Oh.
Cause like, but then there's also What It Takes.
Wait, no.
Crap.
No. I know what the Aerosmith one is.
Huh?
Dream On.
Dream On? Oh man, it could be Dream On, maybe. I don't know. It also has, but it depends on what the tone of the film is going to be.
That's true.
AC/DC is Thunderstruck. It has to be.
Oh yeah.
Like call it Thunderstruck. If it's not called Thunderstruck, then I'm not drinking to it.
Why not Highway to Hell?
Have they had a moment where they just go straight to hell or something?
What about TNT?
TNT. Ah man, there's a lot.
Back in Black.
They could call it Kings and Queens.
You're forgetting the most iconic of AC/DC. Huh. It's A Long Way to the Top.
Long Way to the Top. I think that's what that one is. Yeah.
That has to be it. That has to be the AC/DC one.
God, Aerosmith. What else? What? Let me go to my classics playlist on Spotify, and see which one, or which band I would like to see.
Whitesnake.
Whitesnake. Ooh, Boston.
Boston.
Love Boston. Hell yeah. Do Boston.
Yeah, because honestly, I don't know much about Boston other than, like, I always get him confused with Foreigner.
I can see that.
It's just they have like the same. They have like the same tone and sound.
Yeah. No, I feel like Okay, I kind of feel like they would do a David Bowie thing.
Yes.
They have to do a David Bowie.
And just because Jordan's not here, I asked Jordan this yesterday, and he said Prince. So Jordan.
Prince, yeah.
Good call.
I definitely think Prince would be that. And they already have Elton John.
Yeah. They definitely need to make a Prince and David Bowie one, though, for sure. Did they make it? Is there a Beatles one? I think there is.
They had a movie a long time ago. I think it was called Sgt. Pepper's.
Oh, okay.
Like, it was literally the name of one of their songs.
Which makes sense.
Oh, wait, no. They also had Help, that movie. But, like, it's
Help.
not a biopic.
Yeah.
It's a movie with the Beatles in it. It's not a movie about the Beatles.
Yeah.
So
they definitely are gonna.
Or no, wait, wasn't there? Hold on.
There definitely should. There has to be one.
There was a movie I think called Lennon.
Lennon, really? Oh wait, yeah. No wait, isn't it called Imagine?
Imagine, I think that's what it is. Imagine movie, John Lennon. I Can Only Imagine. Oh wait, no, that's not it.
No. Never mind.
Hold on.
Was it a doc though, or like an actual biopic?
John Lennon Imagine movie. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, it's Imagine John Lennon.
That's what I thought.
It's a documentary. It's a documentary, but it's not a biopic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pieced together from archival footage. So like the difference between that, it's a documentary and we're talking about biopics. So someone else would have to be playing the character. I mean, they can definitely do a Beatles biopic if they wanted to.
They could.
But like also they would be.
I feel like too much time has passed though.
Too much time has passed, but also the Beatles are still kind of big to some people.
True, that is true.
Is
there an Elvis one? There has to be, right? He makes an appearance in Forrest Gump.
Allegedly an appearance.
Allegedly.
Elvis, I don't think Elvis would.
Because that would be a good one, but
okay,
I don't know. There's probably a lot of red tape with Elvis.
Well, Elvis himself was a movie star.
That's true. That is
so because he was in like what King Creole or whatever, and then Blue Hawaii. Like he was a movie star.
Yeah.
But he was mostly an American singer.
Because I know Johnny Cash has one.
Johnny Cash does. I think. Wow. But I feel like it would have to be someone who did something. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. It would have to be someone, just people who had one. Like Kiss would be good.
Yeah, I thought there was one of Kiss.
Wasn't there? I mean, like other people playing them.
Oh.
So like, there definitely is a documentary of Kiss. Now, of course, they had Queen. Robert Plant. No.
Audience, what?
Oh, Styx had a movie.
That's right, they did.
Styx did have a movie.
Audience, put in the comments or tell your friends who you'd want to have biopic.
The Who.
About The Who.
The Who.
That'd be an interesting one.
Because they got some good stuff. Everyone has a favorite song from The Who.
What about Def Leppard?
I would love to see Def Leppard. Listen, I would love to see everything. I would love to see a Tom Petty one.
Oh, no. That's what they got to do.
They got to do Tom Petty.
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and they got to do Free Fallin'. Like, that's what I'm calling it, Free Fallin'. Or I Won't Back Down.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I Won't Back Down. Like, it could be that one. Or maybe Running Down a Dream. Who knows? They could literally do anything depending on what they want to make the...
The reason why I ask on who would you think, because I feel like that's a trend that's happening right now.
Yeah.
Because it's like that, or it's just like because of Bohemian Rhapsody, I'm noticing it now, where it's like why are they making these biopics?
Yeah, like who gives? Why are we making more of these things? But also at the same time, I would love to see it, because like I know that they're very holy shit. I know that they're very, what's the word? Like they stretch the truth a whole lot.
Yeah.
And when it comes to Bohemian Rhapsody, especially Bohemian Rhapsody, they add a character that wasn't even a part of like their stuff. Cuz like the producer role in what's it called? The Dirt, yeah.
Wasn't he not there? Or like he didn't do anything really?
He wasn't there. And he wasn't really that prominent, I think. But also the guy... Oh, wait. I think the funniest thing from The Dirt was when the dude from the record label kept coming in or whatever. And, like...
Played by Pete Davis.
Yeah, played by Pete Davis. Good, or Pete Davidson. Or, yeah. When it was like, was it Nikki Sixx? Or, yeah, Nikki Sixx, like, banged his girlfriend or something like that?
No, wait. Was it Nikki or Vince?
Oh, yeah, it was Vince. Yeah. Like... I found out years later. It hurt really bad. That was really good.
My favorite quote though from this movie, from The Dirt, was their manager saying, like, when they're at the hotel with Ozzy, and he like gives exposition and turns to the camera and he's like, yeah, Motley Crue is the wildest band I've ever worked for. And they didn't do things because that's what rock stars did. They did things because they're a Motley Crue.
Yeah.
And it was just.
And then it cut to them like tossing a
giant TV out of like a 4th floor like hotel room onto someone's car.
God. And they just continuously drop stuff too.
And they're just like, it slipped. Like, what happened?
Slipped, man. I don't know what happened. And they're just like.
They're asking, what happened?
Oh my God. Wait a minute. Dude?
Yeah.
Dude.
Did it just break? Are we having breaking news right here, right now?
Oh my God. They're apparently at this moment, oh my God.
Star Wars Episode 9.
They released a trailer for Episode 9.
Breaking news.
What?
And it is April 12th. Breaking news, everybody. Star Wars Episode 9 trailer. We're going to have to...
Man.
Do we want to watch it and get first reactions?
No,
I was going to say...
the trailer's not completely out yet, but they're going through screen captures. And look who's fucking
I
back.
can't see it.
I know, hold on. Let me pull up the fucking picture. And
yeah, oh, that I knew. I knew Lando was back.
I know, but he's like back on the fucking...
Falcon.
He's back on his ship.
Yep, he's back on the Falcon.
I said this after I'm not a huge Star Wars fan.
I know.
I just think it's cool. It's really cool.
I want us to keep going so we can watch and get live reaction of us doing, like, watching it and experience it for the first time. We're at 56 minutes.
I know we're at 56 minutes.
Are you sure it's not out? Check YouTube. Check YouTube. Go to YouTube.
They're just doing. Oh my God.
I want to watch it. This will be the best, our best episode of us reacting to a very visual thing.
There's no, like, I don't think the trailer's here yet. On Twitter, it lied to me. It says, watch the trailer for Episode 9.
Can you hear me scratching my beard?
Yeah, I can.
All right, cool.
I'm pretty sure everybody else can too. Kylo Ren looks...
It was itchy. I'm at that point with my beard where I need to trim it down again.
Episode 9 doesn't pick up immediately after Last Jedi. Some time has gone by.
That's good.
That is very good. This is an adventure smart. That the group goes on together. Amazing.
Isn't that what, like... That's pretty much what, like, the original did. Was, like, after A New Hope, there was, like, some stuff happened in between A New Hope and Empire, and then it was, like, dropping into Empire. And then the same thing with Empire and Last Jedi, because in the scrolling text, they said, like, they would give, like, here's a catch-up on what everyone's been doing and, like, what has happened. And then it goes into the movie. So I think this is better that it's just, like, skips a lot more, I guess, because, I mean, Carrie Fisher passed away, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they do. I want to see the trailer though, and we have to keep going. We have to keep going until it's out.
Oh, that looks like an edit.
We're gonna go until it.
This looks like an edit, and it's definitely not true.
Star Wars: The Last Jedi 2. Yeah.
Yeah, that does not look right. I mean, we can keep going and, like, just do some live updates for the end of it, but, like, because we have a good amount of time.
I mean, yeah, we're at 57.
We'd just be shooting shit right now because we don't have.
Oh, we can. Oh no, there's not much to talk about the Lion King trailer. Is there a title for it though?
No, not yet.
I'm gonna look it up. This is gonna be the slowest part of the podcast because we're both like.
Because, like, it's happening right now. They're doing their thing right now. But, like, because it's 104. Oh, yeah, okay. No, but they might do it around the end, so, like, around 2 o'clock.
God, I just want to... Because I remember there was a leak of the poster, and I don't think it's right because it has... I don't believe that it's a true Episode 9 poster or whatever because it has C-3PO holding... Chewie's bowcaster, and that doesn't look right. I don't believe it. That's like the one thing where I'm like, that doesn't look right.
I think that was just I
was like, that's fake. That's for sure fake.
Like, he was having fun with it. What the fuck? What is it? New character alert. Clad?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Clad. What the hell is this guy?
Wait, where's the Star Wars Celebration at?
It's like in California, I think.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense.
I'm still waiting for it to.
I just want to watch it. I just want to see the trailer. We're at 59 minutes.
I know. And Twitter's lying to us. It says episode 9. See the first trailer for Star Wars episode 9. What if I just do like fucking like?
But it's all edited together. Also, our computer went dark.
Oh well.
It's all right though. This is why we need somebody on Mixer.
Well.
But it's all right.
Just constantly reaching over. We've been doing a live reaction to the Star Wars episode 9 thing.
We maybe? Is that gonna happen?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
But like it's.
I mean, I can go until 2. I do have an editing suite that I have reserved from 2 to 6.
I mean, I can go until 2 as well, but we need. I'm just gonna have this like live.
Is there anything that you need to plug? Plug that right now.
The thing that we need to plug. What's currently going on?
Film Fest.
Yeah, today. Well, I mean, when this.
Not the 48 hour.
Not the 48 hour, but the KSUIF presents a Kent State Film Festival. That thing is happening right now, or it's going to be happening, May 3rd, from 7 p.m. to 10.
Wow, get your stuff in.
Get your stuff in. You can still hand in if you've made something from, or like if you made something during fall 2017 until now. Hand it in. Even if you made 2 things, like if you made something, you can bring that in too.
Breaking news again. I will not be submitting anything that I've done.
What?
Right? Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
I could submit the deal.
Yeah, you could. I worked on that.
I don't want to though.
Yeah. See, that's how I feel about my stuff.
Because it's not that good. I mean, it's also because it's on YouTube and I can't really just submit it.
Yeah, I could cut together my senior project and submit that. Honestly, I mean that's what I'm editing today for the most part, but I don't want to submit. I don't want to submit anything.
These people are clapping. The house lights are on.
Yeah, I think they're gonna bump my mic a little bit there. I don't think they're gonna have the trailer until the end of the presentation. They're probably just gonna talk about it a lot, and then talk about the Mandalorian, talk about the new series that Ryan Johnson's gonna be doing, which I guess I'm excited for. I hope they. Oh, do you think they're gonna announce another anthology? Please be Kenobi. Please be Kenobi. Or Boba Fett.
I want it to be Kenobi.
No. Okay.
But I think the Mandalorian is like just their thing now.
So I know everyone wants a Boba Fett one. I would like to see Jango Fett.
You'd love to see Jango?
Yes, because I think it's Jango Fett. Cause I remember watching a video on YouTube that talked about Mandalorians.
Wait, hold on.
And their culture. And can you play that? Is that copywritten audio?
It's a live stream.
But I mean, can we play a live stream?
I don't know, but
is that copyright infringement right now? We're in law. We should know.
Hold on, we're gonna see it.
Oh no, are we getting a live reaction?
Yeah, we're gonna live react to this trailer.
I have to turn my mic. Watch it not be it.
If it's not the episode 9 trailer.
It's the Mandalorian.
No, it's gotta be episode 9.
Okay, we're gonna go in silence here probably because we're gonna be watching this.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got a lightsaber back. She's got the lightsaber back.
We've passed on all we know.
It's fixed.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is fixed. Oh,
yeah, it broke.
We can play a trailer during these things, I think. It's not copyrighted.
That's true.
Every generation has a legend.
Oh, man. Is she going to be the new legend now? Is this in Star Wars Legends? Is this part of Star Wars Legends or canon? I hear a TIE fighter.
Oh, that's not a TIE fighter.
That's Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man.
Wait. Is she playing? Oh, okay. I thought she was playing chicken with him.
What?
Oh, chills, dude. Ah.
Oh,
Oh, I love it, dude.
Lando's flying the Falcon.
The
with
saga
Chewie.
comes to an end.
Always be with you. No one's ever really gone.
What?
That's the Emperor.
You're kidding
That's
me.
the Emperor's laugh.
What's it called? What's it called?
Star Wars.
The Rise of Skywalker?
What?
What? What? The Rise of Skywalker? Are
This-
you kidding me?
Wow.
What? Okay, mute that. The Rise of Skywalker, huh?
Okay.
Dang, I'm glad that. Like, okay.
I'm glad we kept going.
Dang,
That's a wrap.
Whew. Holy crap! Look at that. The Rise of Skywalker. I'm moving my mic. I'm
You're-
looking at my computer that's sitting on a chair right next to
I
it.
know.
Look at this. I mean, we can't. You can't look at this, but we're looking at it. Dang. Wow. There's immediately a lot of things I got to talk about.
I don't. He played the Emperor.
That's him. That's the Emperor. He's there.
Oh my God, this is amazing. This is amazing. He's back. The Emperor's back. Palpatine is back. Breaking news.
What is he saying?
I am so
No,
excited.
He can't even say anything. Everyone is just too happy. I'm excited. I enjoy this.
I'm speechless. Roll it again.
Okay, so we're gonna watch it again.
Okay, we'll watch it again.
We're gonna watch it again.
I'm definitely gonna be watching this now in the editing suite. Like,
Yeah, watch all the visuals. So now, since
I'm
we saw it the first
so
time,
excited.
we're gonna watch it the second time,
Oh, okay.
but we're not gonna listen to it.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fair. We're just gonna go through everything that happened in the trailer.
This definitely looks like it's gonna be an epic, like, ending to the saga.
Yeah. Why are they just playing it off the screen? Come on. Okay, so desert planet Tatooine.
Maybe it is the Rise of Skywalker.
The Rise of Skywalker. Is she? No, she's not a Skywalker.
You don't know.
That wasn't confirmed in the last fucking movie. God.
J.J. Abrams set up this thing in 7, and then in
They have an
8,
audience reaction with it too.
and then in 8 it was, oh, your parents are nobodies. But now it could be like they are somebodies.
Are they trying to bring back Luke?
Yeah, he's a ghost now. He's a
He's
ghost.
a ghost, yeah, but are they gonna try
He's
to
a
bring
Force
him back
ghost.
from the Force?
Maybe he's a Force ghost.
First off,
Wait, no.
Look at this. Look at this scene when she's in the desert.
You know what it's probably gonna be? It's probably gonna be
The boom
how
the shot. Boom the shot. Get out of there.
it's probably gonna be how Luke became a legend and how she's gonna do the same.
Oh.
That's probably what it's gonna be.
Also, I just want to the music.
Yeah,
It's so good, copywritten, but beautiful.
we just played the whole trailer.
I know. I might edit some bits.
Just turn it down, honestly.
Yeah.
If you can turn it down to the. I'm excited for this.
It's so good.
It was worth them not having anything up until Celebration.
Yeah. Also, oh my God, the scene with Carrie Fisher, and then immediately after that, we see the Death Star.
Yeah, the broken Death Star piece.
So it collapsed to a planet, apparently.
Well, I mean, yeah, it exploded.
Yeah, but we never saw it. We just saw it disintegrate into pieces when it exploded.
That's true.
We didn't actually
That's
see
probably,
it fall to a planet.
that might be the second one. Death Star 2.
That has to be the second Death Star. Maybe. Yeah. The Rise of Skywalker, though. I wanna. Can I pause that? I can't pause that. But it's December.
Do you think? Hold on, wait. Do you like the title?
The Rise of Skywalker? I'm intrigued with the title. I want to know what it means.
Okay.
Because when it came to The Last Jedi, I was
That was smart.
That was
good
smart.
One. That was a good one.
It intrigued me. What does this mean? And The Force Awakens, I was like, okay, it's a new film.
Yeah.
But The Last Jedi, it intrigued me. The Rise of Skywalker, this really intrigues me.
Mm-hmm.
Which Skywalker?
That's true.
What Skywalker?
Is it Rey?
Is Rey a Skywalker?
Is it Chewie? We don't know.
Is Chewie Skywalker? Oh no, Luke! What did you do? My God, that was great. That was great timing. I love that.
Wow, it's really gonna be hard to follow that up.
No,
as we wrap.
We're not following that up. No, we're ending on that. We're not gonna. But we have to talk about it just a little bit.
Yeah, true. God, stop playing with the wire.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to bring my computer up from the chair to the table and just.
I want to say though, I kind of don't like the title.
You don't.
There's something about it where it's just it's too specific, right?
It sounds too specific. Yeah.
All the other ones were something like, I mean, Phantom Menace, you can say like Phantom Menace was Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Like he was the Phantom Menace. Then Attack of the Clones was based off of the Clone Wars starting. Revenge of the Sith was the rise of Anakin and the Sith taking over.
Yeah.
Then A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and now Rise of Skywalker. Like it just does. I feel like it doesn't fit.
But
in
it
those.
feels like it doesn't fit.
But it does fit
but like,
with these three.
But like in
That's
this,
the
we have
thing.
to understand like what case of Skywalker is it? Is she another Skywalker? Is she gonna be in like a part of this?
Probably Finn.
Is Finn Skywalker? I wouldn't be. That wouldn't be.
It's Poe. Poe's a pilot.
They all have like.
Why? This is what I don't understand. Is why is Poe not related to Wedge?
Wedge?
Wedge Antilles. He was like the best.
Is it
pilot.
Wedge or Wes?
It's Wedge.
Wedge Antilles?
Yeah.
Okay.
He is the best pilot in the Rebellion, and he has flown so many great missions.
There's just a lot. There was a lot to unpack in that trailer. We saw what
Missed
looked like
opportunity. Come on. What was it? Catherine Kennedy. Come on.
But like there were like
Make Poe related to
the scene in that trailer when
Wedge.
they're like in this Mad Max version or whatever,
Oh yeah.
and like I see C-3PO on the back like holding on to something. What the hell is going?
That's probably the bowcaster.
Oh, that yes.
That
this is
poster
weird.
was right.
This is gonna be a weird film, but it's the last one.
Do you think it's like the last one of the Skywalker lineage, like storyline?
I feel like God, I hope so.
It has to be because I mean, Luke's a
Because
Force
like
ghost
they
now.
can continue to do anthology movies all they want.
I want them to.
I would love to, and like they would have like
I want them
specific parts
to.
of the universe.
I want to see Kenobi. I want to see Boba Fett. I want to see.
but like also with different
uh,
characters that have been
Jango
throughout.
Fett.
The thing is with Star Wars, like even with the Mandalorian and like Star Wars Rebels, they have already done like all of these stories before.
You know what they? I mean,
The question that I still have unanswered is Darth Maul at the end of Rogue One or of Solo. Yeah,
well, that's the thing was that they were gonna set up two more movies with Solo,
yeah.
2 continuations, but then they're just because they're dumb and they put it out like right after The Last Jedi, like the spring of
And also during
and
Deadpool
everyone
too.
Yeah, and everyone was mad at the Last Jedi. They're like, here's Solo, and then they're like, oh, nobody liked it as much. I guess we're done. It's like, no, because you messed up. You should have just released it in December like you did with Rogue One.
I think the problem with Star Wars fans sometimes is that they can be a bit too much, and we know that with the Kelly incident. Like Star Wars fans drove the actor who played Kelly off Twitter.
That's right.
Or off Instagram.
No, Rose, you mean?
Rose, sorry. Kelly is the person who plays her, I think.
Yeah.
But they drove her off like social media just because they were being so hateful.
Yep.
And that bothered
And that's
me.
why I think that's why Daisy Ridley does not have any social media,
Yeah.
which is good. It's smart.
It's great, yeah. But like
It's for the best.
I mean Star Wars has social media.
Star Wars has the most. I think I'm gonna get the quote wrong, but hates no one hates their franchise more than the fans, and it's Star
That's
Wars.
true. That
Star Wars fans love to hate their franchise.
because they all
think they know what's right.
they all think they know what's right when it comes to it. But
Yeah.
however, I think
Then again, there are also those who like read the books that came out
yeah.
and the comics, and then all of a sudden just it all got swept under the rug and is no more.
But
And they just recanonized everything. But yeah, I just want to say that this title fits with Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. It fits in that sequence.
it fits in that sequence, but also like it fits in the same sequence as everything else too. I mean, like these three movies are kind of their own thing.
Yeah.
Because we have 3 and 6 or 4 through 6.
Yep.
That are just they were their own films in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the prequels that kind of go before it. And those have their own different tone to them. Like you can tell like episode 4, 5, and 6 apart from 1, 2, 3, as well as 7, 8, and 9, because just based off production value and storytelling.
Right.
But they all have like their own things. Like Phantom Menace, like Return of the Jedi? No, it's
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones
Revenge
and
of the
Revenge
Sith.
of the Sith.
I just said these.
I know. I wasn't listening. I was too focused on
Star Wars is
Rise
not
of
your thing.
Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker. What am I going to title this episode? We talked about so much.
We'll title it. Hold on, let me look up a song title.
Rise of Skywalker Ranch. Oh man. Disney. Wow. Everything we talked about except for the dirt was Disney.
True.
But wow.
We're switching to a Disney-only podcast. All right.
This was great.
I don't think we can end it on anything better than that.
We can't. Like we can't.
I need to watch. I definitely need to watch it more to have more of a to look at each shot, pretty much of the trailer to have a more. I'm really excited about this now.
I am very excited.
But,
I'm so happy that it came up now, so we don't have to talk about it next week. And
oh
be
my
like,
God,
we
yeah.
totally missed out on it. Like it happened during the
It happened
podcast.
now.
It's on the podcast. We have the reaction for it, and it's great.
I definitely am a lot more toned down, just because I don't want to peak.
I'm not.
I don't want
peeking.
to peak.
I don't think I'm peeking.
I am very excited about this because there just hasn't been anything.
You had your fingers on your temples when you saw the title. You're like, what?
Well, yeah, because that's all I can do.
You're like, oh my God.
I don't want to be yelling at everyone.
But I was making a lot of noise in the office beforehand.
That's true.
I was.
I don't know what you were doing.
I was literally trying to get your attention.
Oh, okay.
That's all I was trying to do. I was trying to make you.
I was listening to music. It's Friday.
I
New Music Friday
flipped over
on
the
Spotify.
couch. I put chairs on top of each other, and the
You
traffic.
flipped over the couch?
I did.
Really?
Yeah, the couch that's sitting over by the door. I flipped it over, and tossed it back, and it hit the wall so heavily, and you didn't even.
I
look
heard
up once.
no. I heard everything. Though.
You heard everything, but you didn't look up.
I shook it off as Matt being Matt. He's just in the office.
Ash was
making a
also
mess.
in the office. Check the Snapchat. Check her Snapchat story, because
I probably won't.
there's the one of me sticking the chairs on top of each other in the cone and having them fall over, and you did not bat a damn eye.
I heard it though.
You heard it, of course.
Look, I just checked it off as Matt being Matt in the office. Just trying to cause a ruckus.
Rise of Matt in the office.
Rise of Ackerman.
The Rise of Ackerman.
Rise of Mackerman.
Okay, but yeah, I think we can't continue on with any other thing rather than just the Rise of Skywalker.
So let's end it on that.
Let's end it on that, folks. Thank you for turning into the KSUIF podcast this week. And if you haven't turned into us before and you're just watching us now, thank you for listening. Be sure to give us a follow.
Share it.
Share it with your friends, please.
Yeah.
I need the money. Karen gave me back the kids, and I can't afford them.
Matt's single.
I am very single. Follow my dating profile on Bumble, OkCupid, eHarmony, Match, Farmers Only.
Yep.
Christian Mingle.
Yep.
Catholic Mingle.
He's also
Jewish
there.
Mingle.
He's also on Werewolves Anonymous.
Werewolves Anonymous. Follow me on DeviantArt, Tumblr, Twitter, LinkedIn. If you're a future employer, do not follow me on LinkedIn. Follow me on DeviantArt. But anyway, yeah, thank you for tuning into the KSUIF podcast this week, guys. I have been your host, Matt Ackerman, and that's been Mike. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.